Welcome to another episode of After Intuition Podcast, where empower you to become the CEO of your life. I'm your host, Keisha L. Blair, aka Keisha the Electrician. If this is your first time watching, please make sure that you like and subscribe and share this to somebody that you almost like. Now, you guys, I got Ena Esco over here with me.
Hello.
So we are back. This is the finale for day 2 of the Podbox Memphis Podcast Festival. And we have had, and this has been an amazing 2 days. So I just want to say thank you so much.
You had got in my DM on Instagram, and I'm so glad because the thought of not responding in my mind was never leaving me. And I said, because I know she want to set up. Let me get back with her. And then I called you.
Yeah, she was like, I'm just going to call.
And y'all, we was just running our mouth, honey. I was like, girl, you better pitch. You better be in this pitch competition. And you did a great job.
Well, thank you. Like, I was excited. It was about 20 to 25 people that did their pitch. They narrowed it down to 8. And they called my name first. And they was like, well, they going to have you go up on stage in the order it was called. And I'm like, that mean I'm going first? Oh, my gosh.
She got up there and handled business.
So yeah, it's like I've learned, this is season 3 that I'm in, leaning towards the skill trades. It's like, you know what, I'm just gonna make season 4 and probably beyond all about the skill trades, because that's my lane. Just like Jamal, just like he said, you got to have your own lane. And for me, I've just learned I could talk about it in my sleep, not just one season, but 6 seasons later, I'm still gonna be talking about skill trades.
True. And what's crazy for me, I could talk about podcasting, like the art of podcasting, media, like all those things. So you heard what he said. You don't need a collaborator.
No.
So Verbally Effective Podcast, which has been, a very successful podcast, he's like, don't lean on the guests. And I think I really was doing that. And now that I've taken a break and started building something new, and took a break from Verbally Effective. Now I'm reevaluating how am I going to enter a new season with my podcast.
Yep. That makes sense. Because let me tell you this. First time I leaned on my co-host, right? I had the co-host. We kind of bounced ideas off each other. Then I went into doing the guests. I kind of did a couple that were solo, but the ones I think that got the most views are really the ones where I did them by myself. So like you said, people want to hear what I got to say. And I'm like, what? Y'all want to hear what I got to say?
What do you think about these?
Exactly. And even when I post stuff online, I can post reels, I can do all this stuff. But when I actually talk to the camera, that's the ones that get the most likes. People actually follow you because they want to hear what you have to say.
Even when like I did a reel last night and I put a voice over on top of it.
I saw that one, yes.
But those things are the ones that get traction.
That was nice. Like, I remember I watched that one.
It was something real quick. I said, let me put something out here out of the million things I got to do for tomorrow. Let me put something out. But it's that connection with that auditory, I believe. And it's also, I'm following you because I want to see you.
Thank you.
It was a DJ that told me that, DJ King, shout out to DJ King. He told me a long time ago, Ena, I really like Verbally Effective, but I just want to see you talking about something by yourself. He said, I tune in every day.
So what made you want to like start with bringing guests in as opposed to doing it by yourself?
Well, what I do know that I'm really great at, I'm a great listener. I'm a great communicator. I'm a great conversationalist.
I agree.
I know that. Like, I know I could sit down with anybody and talk to them. That's why I chose that format, because I knew I was good at it, right?
Well, let me tell y'all something real quick. She called me. We had never had a conversation, never met. We was on the phone for about an hour just talking.
Yes.
We had known each other for years.
If you know you're good at something, okay, well. And not to say I won't interview nobody at all anymore going forward, but I just have a gift for pulling things out of people that, or asking certain questions that may have never been asked before, because someone didn't have the courage to do it, right?
That's right. Do you have like a go-to question that you pretty much ask all of your guests?
Well, the format of Verbally Effective is always going to be, we're going to start with your journey, with your formative years. How did you matriculate out of high school? How did you, what were you doing in your life? I want to look for those moments that change your life, right? Like if there were any pivotal moments, what happened? Why are you this way?
Yeah.
Like, because I know there's a story there. So if you say specific questions, it's gonna be based on how they respond to any question I have, because I'm always feed off of that.
I like that.
So, and I don't like to have just a set list of questions. I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna ask you for some information like your bio.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna peruse the internet too.
That's right. That's right.
Right? Yeah.
So, what made you decide to start the Podbox Memphis Podcast Festival? This is the
The
third one,
third.
right? Yeah.
Yes, and it's getting bigger every year. So when I
Hmm.
was approached by the Library Foundation and Cossitt Library, they were renovating this library. This is like one of the oldest libraries, like from
I
the
didn't even know this
1800s,
was
right? The
here.
first integrated library at that. And
Yeah.
I've never been a library girly. So when they called me, I was like, what is this y'all talking about? They're like, well, we want to have you do some programming with the public about podcasting. And I was already teaching it online. I had set up
Mm.
little workshops online. We would meet, but COVID stopped a lot of that. So I
Yeah.
went full digital. And so when they opened back up, we had a meeting. I was like, yeah. And they was like, well, this is going to be your new podcast studio. I was like, oh, yeah, we're doing this. I said, you mean to tell me people off the street going to come over here? And they were like, yeah, but you have to develop it because it was a new
Yeah.
program, a new innovative program. So now we have about 8 innovators right now
Mm.
with different expertise, right? So they're working with the public and doing these amazing
Yeah.
creative things for free. Like this is a
I
resource
had no idea. I'd
to
have been out here a
Memphis.
long time ago. All this equipment costs a lot of money. You know what I mean? So I would
Yeah.
have been here a long time ago. But I'm glad to see that it's here because there are a lot of people who don't even know. I get some of the basics. Like people will ask me, "What do I need to get started?" I said, "All you really need is just your phone and really your earbuds because they have a microphone on them." That's how I started. And then I
And that's true.
upgraded to all the stuff you see here today. I've been getting compliments. I'm like, "Oh, y'all like my setup? Okay."
I love your setup. I love
Well,
it.
thank you.
But it's
Thank
good that
you.
you invested in yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You still
Mhm.
can come and participate in the programming
I'm
here.
definitely coming up here, seriously, because
Yeah.
if nothing else, just to meet other creators, to
Yeah.
collaborate. Because, like I said, at last, I'm going to sit on Granny Crib couch. I need to sit on the couch.
They right across the bridge in West Memphis. They may have a new studio, honey. I don't know because last year they made a lot of. They listened to the judges from last year and implemented changes.
Yeah. So I'm already thinking. I'm already on it.
I'm so proud. Do you know I'm
That's
so proud of
good.
them because I think
It's
they
very
weren't going
encouraging.
to. Right, I think they weren't going to pitch, but it maybe I don't know why, but they hit me up and maybe 2 weeks ago. They were like,
Mm.
"We need you to come to Granny's crib. It doesn't make sense you haven't been here yet." I said, "I'll do that, but I'm preparing for the festival." And I was like, "And I know y'all pitching again." And then it was just a little pause for a moment. Then they was like, "Yes, we're pitching."
That's
So,
good. That's good. Well, I'm looking forward to collaborating with all the
Yes.
people that I've met here this weekend. So I think it's just great. I'm so happy that you put this on, because I've been driving all the way to Atlanta, going to the podcast
Okay.
festival there. But we have one right here in Memphis.
Right here.
This is super amazing. So let me ask you this. So what is some advice that you would give people who are wanting to start their podcast but have a fear of it?
Oh, have a fear. What are we scared of? A lot of what I see with a lot of people, it's not even they're scared. They're overthinking.
Overthinking it, yeah.
It's just overthinking. The one thing that you can talk about on and on and on. Just do it. But yeah, there's some fear with some people with, oh, I don't look, I don't have my face beat. I'm not going to get on this camera. All the things. Don't let that stop you. I had to get over that too. I had to get over that too as a woman, right? Because we want to be perfect on camera, but people love rawness,
That's
realness,
true.
authenticity. Like on your worst day, baby,
And
they
I'm gonna tell
think
you
you look
what,
like
girl.
a queen.
I'm talking about, I don't think it was one that I didn't have no makeup on or the lighting was off or something. I'm like, how does get the most likes?
That's what I'm saying. But it be us, right?
It be us looking at
It
it.
be us. And don't let like Keisha said, she invested in herself, in her equipment. She got all the bells and whistles, right? But we just said you can start on your phone.
That's it. That's how
Just
I started.
get started. And to me, it's the recording piece that's the hardest piece. Some people don't like how their voice sounds. Why not? Like, I've been listening to your voice all this time. It's fine with me. Like, just because you're hearing it now, like, get over it.
Look, and I'm
and
gonna
start
tell you
recording.
what. Some people say they don't, they almost like this anxiety they get about the first episode. So what encouragement would you give people to get past that one?
Well, I know Dr. Brian said no scripts, but if that's what's going to get you through your first episode, get you some talking points, get something that's going to keep you organized, record it, stick with it. First episode done. Next time you do it, I promise you, you're going to be more natural, more at ease. you're not going to need the script anymore. You just have to get over that first episode, I believe.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all right this. Y'all can't find my first episode unless you got the link from when it was aired because I don't even want to watch it. But
I
you
need
know
to
what?
find mine.
It's like the first episode is always gonna be that last episode is always probably gonna be your worst one. So just get over it and just move forward. I didn't have so many. I go back and watch and I'll be like, oh Lord, I can't believe I look like
But you
that.
know what? My first episode, I was straight audio for a long time. And then I had, I was recording out of the iHeart studio. So people want to come because they want to go to iHeart studio. Like, oh, what is this podcast thing Ena doing at iHeart? Okay. Then it became this big old thing. But it was just audio at first. And we would do some B-roll, some, you know, a little video cameras. And it would be actual digital creators coming to me, Ena, let's put a visual element to your podcast. I'm like, how much? They was like, nothing. We just want to see, you know, how does this, they were trying to figure it out too, though. And I always like to collaborate with people that have this one skill or want to learn a new skill. I do that a lot.
That's good. Yeah. See, and there's a lot of people that, especially, you know, we in Memphis now, a lot of folks don't like to collaborate. We always in competition. So I'm like, I'm here to collaborate. I ain't trying to compete with nobody. We can just grow together. Even though we were in a pitch competition, I told somebody, I said, look, I'm just trying to figure out who win. If it's not me, I want to go be on their podcast. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we just gonna collaborate. Your audience, my audience, we right here in the city. We could just grow together.
Yeah. I agree. Well, I'm on the same page.
Look, I appreciate you for stopping by my booth. I appreciate you for putting this on. I appreciate you for making that phone call to me to make sure I have my stuff right so I can get up here to this podcast summit. So thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I've enjoyed seeing your face for 2 days in a row. And I feel like we're going to collaborate on a lot of things going forward.
For the people who don't know you, tell them where they can find you at.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all the socials at Ena Esco. That's Ena Esco. Also follow my YouTube page, the Ena Esco YouTube page, and my podcast, Verbally Effective, streaming on all platforms.
All right, you guys. Well, that is it. We are wrapping it up here at the Podbox Memphis Podcast Festival. Look, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me for 2 days. I had some phenomenal people on here. Make sure that you go like and subscribe to all of them. And remember, share this with somebody that you almost like. They might become a subscriber too. And until then, y'all already know what to do. Hey, don't stop, keep climbing. Y'all keep that energy. We out. Peace.
I know.